The doorbell rings just as Taylor's arguing over the mashed potatoes. Jeremiah's half listening, half praying the food turns out okay. He's already stressed. It's Thanksgiving. He's hosting. And everything needs to look perfect, even if it's not. He doesn't expect anything crazy. A neighbor, maybe. A late food delivery. But when he opens the door, it's him. Adam. Champagne in one hand, smug smile in the other. He steps inside like he owns the place, complimenting the smell, eyeing the table, shaking hands like a politician who forgot he's not running anymore. Jeremiah freezes. His heart sinks. He wasn't ready for this, not today. Especially not after dodging his dad's calls for 2 weeks straight. Behind him, Taylor tries to act cool, Stephen mouths something Jeremiah can't quite catch, and the awkward energy spreads like spilled wine on white linen. Adam's voice is smooth as he pulls off his shoes. Thought I'd stop by. Champagne from my wedding. Figured we shouldn't let it go to waste. The air goes still. Jeremiah forces a smile, pretending the sting in that comment doesn't hit him right between the ribs. That wedding, his wedding, was called off. Quietly. Privately. Painfully. And now his dad is here, dropping hints like grenades in a room full of people who weren't supposed to know. The table conversation spirals quickly. Adam asks too many questions. Points out that Jeremiah hasn't been seen at the fraternity house. Jokes that land too sharp. Laughs that last too long. And then it happens. He says it out loud, wait, I thought Jeremiah was living at the frat house? The room goes silent. Stephen clears his throat. Taylor stares down at her plate. Jeremiah's smile fades. He was supposed to be at school. Supposed to be taking online classes. Supposed to be staying on campus. That's what he told his dad. That's the lie he's been holding on to for months. And now, he's caught. Can I talk to you for a second? He asks, motioning toward the hallway. Adam nods. Follows. They step away from the group, but the tension follows like a shadow. I can explain, Jeremiah starts. You don't need to, Adam cuts in. His voice is even, calm, measured. Too calm. You lied, he says. You dropped out. You've been living here, wasting time, wasting. Don't, Jeremiah snaps. Don't make this about money again. Adam pauses. His silence is more terrifying than his words. I'm cutting you off. Jeremiah flinches. What? You heard me. No more safety net. No more rent. No more credit cards. You want to live your life on your own terms? Fine. But you do it on your own. The floor feels like it's tilting. Jeremiah laughs, a bitter, broken sound. Wow. Right before dinner. Perfect timing. Adam doesn't blink. Doesn't soften. I'm doing you a favor. That's the last thing he says before walking back toward the table like nothing happened. Jeremiah stands there, heart pounding, trying to breathe, trying not to crumble. Because Adam didn't just end the conversation. He ended everything. Jeremiah walks back into the living room like a ghost. The conversation around the table has resumed, but everyone can feel the shift, like something cracked under the surface. Nobody says it out loud, but they all felt it. That drop in temperature. That invisible line drawn between father and son. Taylor looks up first, scanning Jeremiah's face. He avoids her eyes, brushing past, mumbling something about checking on the turkey. It's not the turkey. It's escape. He needs a minute, but he won't get it. Adam's already made himself at home on the couch, crossing one leg over the other like he didn't just flip Jeremiah's entire world upside down. He's talking to Stephen now, something about leadership, ambition, being built different. Stephen nods politely, but it's clear he's uncomfortable. This isn't a dinner anymore. It's a power play. Taylor slips into the kitchen after Jeremiah. She keeps her voice low. What happened? He doesn't look at her. Just stares at the stovetop like it's got the answers he needs. He cut me off, he says, barely above a whisper. Taylor's silent for a beat, trying to find the right response. Like, emotionally or financially? Both, Jeremiah says flatly. Taylor sighs. She's not surprised, not really. But hearing it said aloud still stings. I knew this dinner was a bad idea, she mutters. I told you we should have ordered Thai. Jeremiah lets out a dry chuckle. He hates that he's laughing. Hates that part of him knew this was coming. Out in the dining room, Adam is still performing. Champagne popped. Glasses filled. Toasts made. He's charming, disarming, impossible to argue with in public. That's his talent, turning private shame into a social performance. Jeremiah watches from the doorway, feeling like a guest in his own life. He thinks about the lie he built. Online classes. Living at the frat house. A life in motion, on track. All of it for Adam's approval. All of it built on sand. And now? Now he's got nothing. No backup plan. No financial cushion. No next move. Just the mess he made, and a room full of people watching it unravel. Stephen corners him by the fridge. He's trying to be supportive but failing miserably. Dude, look, maybe it's not that bad. You could get a job, you know. Like, something part-time. Structure might help. For real. Jeremiah glares at him. Is this your way of kicking me out? Stephen hesitates. I mean, technically, yeah. Jeremiah nods, slow and bitter. Wow. That's cute. Taylor joins them, arms crossed. It's not like we don't care. But you've been living here for 6 months, Jeremiah. You don't pay rent. You sleep till noon. You make pancakes at 2 a.m. It's not sustainable. I get it, Jeremiah says, voice rising. I'm a burden. No, Taylor says quickly. You're not a burden. You're lost. He looks away. That word hits harder than he expected. Lost. Not lazy. Not selfish. Just floating without a direction. And the worst part? She's right. Out of nowhere, Denise pipes up from the hallway. She's been quiet until now, leaning against the wall with a glass of wine and way too much truth. He can crash at my place. Everyone turns. Jeremiah blinks. Seriously? 1 week, she says. That's all I can do. But yeah. You can sleep on my couch. He nods slowly, still trying to process it. Denise sips her wine. Just don't sleep cook again. I'm not trying to wake up to grilled cheese in my bed. A beat of laughter breaks the tension, but it doesn't last. Because underneath it all, everyone knows. This isn't just about Jeremiah moving out. It's about Jeremiah growing up. No money. No safety net. No fallback. Just 1 week. One shot. One shot to figure out what kind of man he actually wants to be, without Adam shaping the blueprint. The next morning feels unfamiliar. Not just because Jeremiah wakes up on a new couch in a new apartment with Denise's cat glaring at him like he's trespassing, but because, for the first time in years, there's no plan waiting for him. No class schedule. No apartment lease under his name. No credit card from Dad. Just a blanket that smells like peppermint and a borrowed pillow with a hair tie stuck to it. Denise is already in the kitchen, working on something on her laptop, earbuds in. She doesn't acknowledge him, which he's weirdly grateful for. There's no lecture. No awkward check-in. Just silence, and freedom. But it doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like failure. Jeremiah stares at the ceiling. He replays everything in his head. His dad showing up. the lie unraveling. That last look on Adam's face before walking away, like he hadn't just detonated the foundation of Jeremiah's life. He should feel angry, motivated, determined. Instead, he just feels tired. Denise finally looks over. Coffee? He nods. You should shower, she adds. You smell like shame and leftover stuffing. Jeremiah smirks. At least she's honest. Later that day, he walks the city alone. No headphones. No distractions. Just him and the weight of everything he hasn't done. Every job he didn't apply for. Every class he dropped. Every person he pushed away while pretending he had it all under control. He passes a coffee shop with a now hiring sign in the window. He keeps walking. Not yet. Not today. By the time he returns to Denise's place, it's dark. She's gone, probably out with friends. A post-it note on the fridge reads, "Leftover pad thai. Don't microwave it. You'll ruin it." He stares at it, then stares at himself in the reflection of the microwave door. What now? That's the question burning in his mind. Later that night, he scrolls his phone, aimlessly, until a notification pops up from an old group chat. Frat house party tonight, fire BYOB and bad decisions. He nearly ignores it. Nearly. A week later, Jeremiah is still sleeping on Denise's couch, but something's different now. The apartment is the same, tight, loud, filled with half-eaten takeout and random cat toys, but he's different. He's waking up early. Showing up to his shifts. Smiling more. Saying thank you and actually meaning it. It's not glamorous. It's not some dramatic movie montage. It's just slow, steady effort. And for the first time in a long time, it feels real. One morning, while Jeremiah's restocking shelves at the cafe, Taylor walks in. No warning. No text. Just her, in a hoodie and sunglasses, holding a book she clearly didn't buy from there. You stalking me now? He jokes, setting down a crate of milk cartons. Calm down, you're not that interesting. But her smile says otherwise.